Hi everybody, this is my review of the Alcatel One Touch Fierce. I know what you're saying, why? There have been so many different reviews on this on YouTube already, why would I bother doing another one? Really simple, I don't think this phone has gotten its fair shake, so to speak, on YouTube. For the most part, most of the reviews just parroted other reviews. Basically, they heard one thing and just added it to their review. I don't honestly think most of the folks who actually did a review on this phone owned it for more than, I don't know, a day. Truth of the matter is, for the money, this is easily the best smartphone you can get. And understand what I mean by the money. What you pay for this is $30 Metro PCS. 30 bucks. You own it for 30 bucks. Understand that. This isn't something that has to be paid off. It actually has a decent screen to it, very good specs, which I'll get to in a sec. Bottom line, any other phone in that price range, $30 to say $100, which is what you will pay for it if you're going for the T-Mobile version, but do understand this can be unlocked. What you get for your money is amazing. It really is. Anything in this price class pretty much sucks. There's really no other term for it. You get dinky little 3-inch screens, still running gingerbread for crying out loud. I mean, these are phones you not only don't want to use, but in my opinion, they shouldn't even be out on the market anymore. Ice cream sandwich is pretty much the minimum you should be going for on any Android phone, and this one actually has Jelly Bean 4.2.2, which is really nice. But what makes this phone really cool, as I stated earlier, it can actually be unlocked, so it can work across just about any GSM-based carrier. It works really, really well on T-Mobile. That's what I've been testing it on. The specs are simply amazing for a $30 phone. It has a 960 by 540 pixel 4.5-inch screen. It is a standard TFT screen, and this is one of the things it seems to get beat up on for some reason. They claim the viewing angles are bad. I don't know. They don't look too bad to me. Bottom up, left, right, top down seems to be its worst. But again, for a TFT 4.5-inch screen, I don't think it's that bad at all. I actually think the color saturation is also quite excellent on this phone. Colors really pop on the screen. It looks really, really nice. Again, excellent screen as far as I'm concerned. And for 30 bucks, good luck beating it. It is running a quad-core processor. Yep, quad-core for 30 bucks. MediaTek MT6589M. It's running at 1.2 gigahertz. And it's also sporting a PowerVR SXG 544 multi-core processor, multi-core GPU, excuse me. This is, by the same exact, no joke, the same exact GPU, only with one core less. This one has a dual core, according to MediaTek. I contacted them and they were nice enough to get back to me. The S4 is sporting the exact same GPU with a triple core processor. So honestly, power-wise, this phone's got it in spades. It's got a lot of power, it really does. The Cortex A7 processor that MediaTek chose was chosen more for its low power profile than for its outright power. But to be honest, it has more than enough muscle to power through anything you're likely to throw at it. It's got a lot of power to it. As you can see, I'm running right now Go Launcher Prime, which is a pretty power-hungry launcher. I purposely chose this one for this review just to show folks that, look, it works just fine. I find that everything on it does what it's supposed to do. I'm not running in any real lags. Anytime I need to go into an app or anything, it works just fine. Again, very, very nice performance for a $30 phone. Getting back to the specs, it also comes with a paltry 4 gigabytes of RAM built in, of which only 2.4 gigabytes are usable, so an SD card is an absolute necessity, and thankfully this one can take it, up to 32 gigabytes. Works very good. Plus, unlike phones in the $30 range, this thing actually has a gigabyte of RAM. Most every one that you'll see below this still has 512. So a gigabyte of RAM allow you to run just about anything you want to run into it. The only real things I don't like about this particular thing spec-wise are the cameras. At the very least, it has a front-facing camera. I will give it that. I'm not going to say it's a good one, because it isn't. Actually, to be point blank honest, it kind of sucks. But at least it has one. Any other phone on this price class, including, say, Nokia Lumia, the 521, that doesn't even have a front-facing camera at all. So at the very least, they put one on here so you can Skype with it. So it's the simple saying, better to have even a lousy one than to not have one at all. So at least it has that. The rear-facing camera, and not so good. It is a 5-megapixel job, and it does have a flash. But it is fixed focus. Everything that pretty much has been said about it is true. It's not that great. It really isn't. You can't use it for scanning. But again, I've seen worse pictures. I really have, on cameras on phones, that cost considerably more. So I can't say it's unusable, because that would be a lie. It is quite usable, and it does have some nice post-processing software that's on the phone that actually allows you to fix up the photo as much as even sharpen it up, because it does have a very soft focus to it. It allows you to sharpen it, fix the colors a bit, all before you use them. Again, it's a usable camera. It's not a great camera, but for 30 bucks, again, I'm not complaining. The last tech point I'm going to hit on is the battery. It is an 1800 mAh. Unfortunately, it's non-removable, but again, this thing has great battery life. The only real reason I would ever want to remove a battery from a phone is to replace it with a higher mAh rating so that I get better life out of it. Thanks to MediaTek using a very low power A7 processor, the battery life on this thing is excellent. Combine that with the standard resolution screen instead of a high def screen, which, while they're beautiful, they do tend to suck down quite a bit of power. And this one just works, and it works beautifully. Battery life, I get all day, and I play games on this thing constantly. I'm on YouTube on a regular basis. I am online like crazy. I mean, I'm doing everything possible to kill my battery in an 8 to 10 hour period every day, and this thing just cruises through it like it's nothing. Getting to what this phone can actually do, well, anything really. You can go online very easily. I never have a problem going to any sites. I'm just going to pop on this one just because it's here. Just pop onto Lifehacker, load it in 3 seconds flat. 4G speeds on this phone are actually very, very good. I'm not noticing any slowdowns or lags. As you can see, it just goes right into it. Scrolling is very, very easy. You can pinch, you can zoom in, zoom out pretty easily. Doesn't really stutter too much when you're doing that. I kind of like that. Again, very nice online experience. Very simple to get to use. Wi-Fi, by the way, the range on this is some of the best I've seen on a phone. I go with my Wi-Fi and I just use my router, and I can go just about anywhere, and it simply doesn't drop it, which is a really nice thing for those who don't want to kill their data plans by staying on data all the time. One other thing I can say about this thing, it's light. It doesn't really have a lot of heft to it. So carrying it around all day is actually a pleasure. We can't say the same for a lot of larger phones out there with bigger screens, so that's kind of a nice thing. As for modding, another reason, probably, to me, it's one of the best reasons to get this phone. You can root this phone so easily, it's not even funny. It's a joke. I like to use Framaroot. It's literally a one-touch job. You download it on the phone, put it into the phone, and literally with one touch, boom, you've rooted this phone. The exploit I use on Framaroot is the Faramir, F-A-R-A-M-I-R exploit, and boom, 1, 2, 3, everything works. Everything works while rooted. Don't have problems with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or anything. Literally, it's exactly as it was before you rooted it, only you can use lots of good rooting apps. My favorite rooted app is Greenify. What this does, very simply, is it hibernates all of the apps that you have on your phone, literally all of them, can be hibernated. Instead of freezing and unfreezing, which forces you to go into this program to do so, to go into a program like Titanium Pro, they offer a feature that allows you to freeze a program, but you have to literally go into Titanium Pro again to freeze it and unfreeze it, and that can be a bit of a hassle. Greenify eliminates that little problem by putting this giving you a little app you can put up here called Hibernate. You click on it, goes in, and whatever ones you happen to have open, it will automatically hibernate them again right after you use them. This is amazing for battery life. It can add an easy 20% to your battery life all day, simply because it stops all of these programs all of these apps that run in the background from running in the background. It stops them dead. Frees up a lot of processor power as well, so the phone remains very, very smooth even if you have hundreds of apps on it. Really, really, really good one, and I could not more highly recommend that be the very first thing after you root this to add to the phone. Greenify is an excellent, excellent app. Kudos to the folks who made it. Again, really, there is nothing on this phone. You won't feel like you're wanting for anything while using this phone. Gaming, again, really good GPUs mean very good gaming. Not having a problem with gaming on here at all. Let me see, which one am I gonna pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with Angry Birds Go, because I've been playing that quite a bit. Here we go. I've had all the Asphalt series running on here, no problems. I've had, well, basically, you pretty much name it, I've pretty much been running it. Let's get rid of this. Let's get back into playing. Very quickly loads into any game. This is not the easiest thing to do while you're playing. I'm going to do my best here. This is really hard to do while you are. Oh yeah. I am messing this up, but again. Just wanted to show you that I can play it. No drop frames, no nothing. Just plays smoothly, plays very easily. Again, I'm running off the road here trying to keep this on the screen. At least get through one lap here. Again, gaming on this is a lot of fun. And there you go. Gaming on this works very easily. I don't have a problem with literally anything that I've pretty much played. This version of Jelly Bean is excellent. Works very nicely. Very smooth. I would say an almost Nexus-like experience for the simple reason of there's really nothing on here. The bloat is like zero. There are a few apps on here from T-Mobile, but they're actually pretty good apps. One that actually allows you to check your account, and another one that actually allows you to use Wi-Fi for calling. So I wouldn't call that bloat. I call that something that's actually useful. So again, a very simple experience. You can set it up any which way you want. You can get it doing pretty much whatever you want it to do. Again, just going to give you an idea how decently this screen looks. I think this is a really very, very, very nice screen, especially for a $30 phone. Look at these. Look at the colors. They pop beautifully. Notice how everything is just working very, very, very smoothly. Again, no slowdowns. What more could you possibly want in a smartphone? Seriously. It is an excellent, excellent phone, and for 30 bucks cannot be touched. Even for $100 cannot be touched. I want to see anybody try to beat this one. I really do. It is amazing for the money. It really is. And even this is perfect for folks who require a family plan and who are on a family plan, and you want to get new phones with that family plan that you're not going to be paying through the nose for forever. For the price of, say, one Nexus 5, you can get 4, maybe even 5 of these. And to be honest, while the Nexus 5 is actually an excellent phone, no questions asked, it's not so much better than this one. Well, you're going to really miss